The convention comeback is just weeks away.
Yeah, that's right. Fox 5's Drew Andre is live at the convention center. And Drew, what can we expect this year from the biggest events that come to Vegas every year?
Well, Kim and John, more and more of those biggest events are committing to coming back in person. The Tobacco Expo says they'll be the first trade show back here at the convention center the second week of May. But what we will also see is some new virtual events that may be here to stay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are today.
The world's largest tech event, the Consumer Electronics Show, turned all digital this year.
What we heard from our exhibitors, while they thought it was very valuable, an online event doesn't replace actually being together.
So next January, CES will be back at the convention center. 170,000 people from around the world came to Las Vegas for CES 2020. Unlikely that can be matched next year.
There's going to be limitations, especially I think internationally. There's going to be countries that can't travel. So we have to be realistic this year that it will be a smaller event.
But CES learned from January's digital event they can still welcome more than just in-person attendees.
We are going to be able to take some of that live experience from the show floor and stream that digitally so that people can get a feel for what's actually happening in Las Vegas.
SEMA, the popular automotive trade event, also expects to utilize more virtual opportunities in its return to Vegas this fall.
We've got plans for pretty much any scenario, digital version or a virtual trade show to a completely live event. We are expecting to be really pleasantly surprised with domestic attendees because we feel like there's a pent-up demand.
One of the first events returning to the convention center in June is the International Cosmetic and Spa Conference that normally drives in 20,000 visitors and books about 5 to 7 hotels for the event. And now, with restrictions expected to be lifted, can come close to the scale of its normal event.
We were very excited, of course, to get the most recent announcement from Governor Sisolak. So now we're able to open up the door to classes that are actually already sold out.
Now, although most of the events were canceled because of the pandemic, some, like the Nationals Final Rodeo, just moved their location because of pandemic restrictions here. Coming up still ahead at 5:30, we'll explain what they have in store for this coming year. I'm Drew Andre, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.